What's up, guys? Hope you're all doing really well. Doing another video like this discussing an idea I think is really cool and can give you a different perspective on things. And one of the things I believe a lot of players struggle with, especially a lot of players who've been commenting on my stuff, is a lack of patience. It's wanting all of the results right now. It's not wanting to put in the effort over a sustained period of time and wanting to be amazing or good or the outcome of what practice gives you right now. And I want to go over an idea that's going to help you hopefully look at this in a different way and why you wouldn't actually want to be incredibly amazing at something right now, having done nothing to get there. And this idea comes from a philosopher named Alan Watts, and I'm applying it here to football. But he has a talk that goes over how the development of a skill, the development of anything, is what makes life pleasurable. It's what makes it fun, the process of developing the skill.
As if a discipline was something that is going to be extremely unpleasant and that you're going to have to put up with. But that's not the real secret of discipline. I would prefer to use the word skill. So in every other way, whatever you do, you require a skill. And it's enormously important to understand that there is absolutely no possibility of having any pleasure in life at all without skill. So in other words, you can't have pleasure in life without skill. But it isn't an unpleasant task to learn a skill. If the teacher, in the first place, gets you fascinated with it. There is immense pleasure in learning how to do anything skillfully.
It's not the fact that you have the skill that brings you great pleasure. Maybe there is something to that. Maybe, being good at something absolutely makes you feel good about it. But it's not because you necessarily possess it. It's because you know of what you did to get there. When you're practicing and you're then displaying the skill and you're going through the action of getting better, that's where the pleasure comes from. That's where the fun comes from. That's where the flow happens. When you understand this and then you take that into your training, it becomes so much better, so much more fun, so much more joy, understanding that it's the process of developing your skills. It is the process of becoming better that makes it so good, that makes it feel good, that makes it so rewarding. So for all of you who are looking for that quick fix, who are looking to become, infinitely better in like a week or a month or however long, yes, you can improve in that time frame, but don't go in with this mindset that I have to become this amazing, person who goes from here to way up here in a short amount of time. Have patience, do everything you can to improve quickly, absolutely, but start enjoying the process of developing your skill, because there are very few more pleasurable things in life. And it's so true. We talked about flow state a little bit, but when you're in the process of developing a skill, of actually taking the action, that's the best step. Yeah, the rewards are great, but I'm sure many people will tell you, when you win that tournament or you make that team or whatever, it's a very temporary high. It's incredibly temporary. I've won a lot of tournaments, especially on my club team when I was a teenager. We used to win all the college showcases, everything. And it lasts for not that long at all. The joy you gather from that doesn't last long. Now, it's cool to look back at how hard you worked to get to that point, but I get so much joy, more joy, out of actually practicing and actually doing what I love, which is performing these skills I have learned through practice, than I did ever winning anything, if that makes sense. I have certain games I've won that I have memories of, and that's great, but I still get more joy out of actually going out there and doing the practice of developing the skill or of actually engaging in the skill. Someone who has worked hard to learn guitar, I don't think it's anything outside of just playing guitar that they enjoy. So when they go and play guitar, it's the act of playing guitar, being in the moment, actually doing the skill that brings them the pleasure. And if you can start doing that, if you can go into your training with that attitude, like just doing this brings me joy, just doing this brings me pleasure, not only are you gonna wanna practice more, you're really not gonna have any problem motivating yourself to practice in a consistent way, which is gonna bring about all the other stuff you think that you want, and you still want it, still go for it. But understand, you wouldn't even want the quick fix if you got it. You'd get bored. All right, guys, so that's just an idea for you that I wanted to share. I'm gonna link the talk down below where Alan Watts goes over this. I don't think it's that long. If you wanna hear him say it, it's a great talk. It's like a little clip from the talk. But let me know down below, do you actually enjoy your training? Do you enjoy developing your skills? Do you enjoy practicing the skills you have developed? Because that's where a lot of the pleasure and joy comes from. Don't not go for the other stuff, like the winning and the trophies and everything. That's great, you need those goals too. But it's not everything. If you're doing that, but you're miserable along the way, developing yourself, it's a recipe for disaster. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Let me know, question of the day, do you enjoy the process? Do you enjoy developing the skills? Are you going out enough actually developing the skills? Because if you do, you're gonna like it, you're gonna love it if you actually just go into it with that intention. All right, guys, thanks so much. Let me know of other topics, things you want me to answer, and I'll see you in the next one.